All right, folks, welcome back to the Big Toy Auction. This is Chris here, your friendly neighborhood auctioneer, bringing you some more great comics right here. We're going to run through them all. We're going to take some photos. We're going to get them ready for the catalog, and you're going to get a chance to see behind the scenes how we go through it. We'll show you the front, we'll show you the back, we'll show you the spine, the corners, etc. So you know exactly what you're getting come auction day, and you're going to have a better idea of exactly what you're going to be bidding on. Now, as for the auction itself, you can see any and all of these comic books, as well as many others, right down here in the information section at TheBigToyAuction.com. Head on over there. You can click directly, or you can go to the link that is in our description. As always, you can join us on auction day, or if you don't like to the stress of it or whatever it may be, you can always just leave a pre-bid. The computer will do your bidding for you. It will bid automatically in increments up to whatever we are on the floor that day. So either way, win-win for you. You get a chance to get some great books and have some fun in the process. As always, if you want to sell any of your items with us, please let us know. We are selling currently, we've got some toys, comic books, jewelry, coins, memorabilia, ephemera, anything, you name it, the type of stuff that you'd normally see at an auction. Bring it to us, let us know, we'll get you some price discovery, we'll find you some good prices, some good customers, etc. Enough of all of that. We're going to move on here to some fun items here. I'm going to show you each of these. You don't need to see me anymore. So we're going to focus on the comic books, and here we go with Mark Millar in Ultimate Fantastic Four. Right here. This is number 24 in that series. A great book if you're familiar with Mark Millar's work, and of course you are. You know him from such things as the most recent. Well, he's got a ton of stuff coming up on Netflix adaptation, so I'll show you this. There's a little bit of a ding right here, and of course some spine wear. But of course you know him from things like the Secret Service, Golden Lasso, other shows like that, or other movies. And of course Kick-Ass and some of the other works he's done. He's got just a ton of stuff coming up, so anytime you get a chance to read some of his earlier things, it's great. That's it for that one. We're going to move on here to Ultimate Fantastic Four. Obviously a slightly different version of the timeline. This is number 25. Same creative team right here. And I'm going to show you the cover so you can see the spine. You can see the way the light shines and plays off of it. You can go over to the corners and see there are no real issues there. I forgot that these are all flip covers of Ultimate Vision right here. So a different version again. Miller, Romita Jr., Jimmy Palmiotti. So we'll show you that. I forgot that these are all flip books, so we'll show you each of those covers as they come, just like that. We're going to move on here to number 26. Same kind of idea. Namor and Human Torch. In fact, we just saw an older Namor and Human Torch cover not too long ago with some of our vintage books. So a little bit of a stress wear there on the cover, as you can see it. Those are the corners, and we'll show you the flip cover. Galactus there. So a little bit of a ding right here in the cover, if you can see the light. This one's a little bit more risque, even though she is covered up. So I'll show you the way the light shines, so that's going to be it for that one. And we're moving on here to number 27. Here is the Ultimate Fantastic Four's version of Thor. That Greg Land cover right there. I'll show you that. I'll show you these. Looking pretty good. A little bit of a spine stress right there. As always, if there's anything that you catch on this that I don't, because we're going to be going through these, some more spine stress on that, a little bit of cover wear, let us know. Send us a message. Leave a message in the comments. Now this one is not a flip book, because obviously we do this so we can bring you exactly these books in their full state. We want you to know everything that we know about them. So this is issue number 28. So you can see right there a little bit of wear, a little stress on the book, slight stress on the spine. Corners look good, sharp, tight. And we'll turn it over like this. Same on the back. That stress up top and a little bit of a corner ding right there. So that's going to be it for that one. And we can see the next Fantastic Four, Ultimate Fantastic Four, is number 29 right here. The nice thing about this book is it gives the writer some freedom to play around with some different themes and come up with a good story. So I'll show you what we got here. Yep, right up there again, you get a small ding. Let me show you the corners. Show you the spine. And we'll show you the back here. Looking pretty good. Small ding right up there in that corner. So that's going to do it for that one. We move on here to X-Man. Starring Tundra. Let's get him right in there. Let me see what my notes have to say on this. All right, there we go. That's Terry Cavanaugh on this one. No issues on the spine that I see. Corners look good, tight, nothing I see any issues at all. This is X-Man number 40. You got Buffy on the back. And looking pretty good right there. So that's what you're going to get with that book. We'll move on here to X-Man number 42. So just a little while later. Neat Gray, Johnny Blaze. Yeah, Madeline Pryor making a appearance in this one. And the same creative team right here. Cruz, LaRosa, Cavanaugh. Alright, I don't see any issues on the spine. Corners look good, tight. Everything looks pretty good on that one. We'd never make a call as to grading. We will never suggest to you, oh man, that'll grade out at this. But that one's a candidate, certainly. If you were to send it in, I think it might do okay. It might be worth your effort. If you just like to have them slabbed. As for value, I don't know about that, but there we go. This is Nate Gray here. 43. X-Man number 43. There you go. Obviously takes on a little bit of significance with Cable being the most recent Deadpool movie. And of course, check that out right there. There's a little bit of damage. Gives you an idea how old this is. Back when Blade, the first of the modern comic book movies to really become a hit. Wolverine right here. This is volume 6 of Wolverine, number 4. We'll brighten it up for you a little bit, and you can see everybody involved in this one. A little bit of damage right there, the top. It's a shame because it's otherwise looking pretty good. There you go. And the same, you can see it all the way through to the back cover. Alright, more of the same right here. Some more Wolverine, Sandoval, Curiel, Cornell on this one. This time up it is number 5, regular cover version. Looks like all of them seem to have gotten that same ding. Must have been in the same box. Dark Consigner. And something happened to them. Yep, so you can see it right there. It's a shame because these are good books. But maybe that's good for you because it means you're going to get a chance to perhaps get them at a discount, a little bit cheaper, and get some good reading in. As much as we enjoy the value of the comics and having people collect them for their worth and invest, etc., we love it when people can read some of these comics, especially when it's a good story. So you see the same happening right in here in this Wolverine. This is number 6. Show you that. Okay. Moving on to number 7. Obviously, pretty upset Patch versus what appears to be himself in X-Men uniform. Same damage in the same spot, but it looks a little bit less this time. So hopefully whatever managed to do that, that effect should go away. On the next one, here we go. Astonishing X-Men. I'm sorry, Astonishing Ant-Man. Fun little book right here. Be curious to see what the storyline becomes with the Ant-Man now that he's got his own place in the cinematic universe. Looks pretty good. I don't see any issues. These fun M&M ads right there, and a slight thing right there if you can see it. That's going to do it for that one. Here is Astonishing Ant-Man number 13. Slight ding up there. And that's going to do it. Looking pretty good all around on that one. Teen Titans. A take on the Teen Titan books. So a little bit older book right here. This is Teen Titans number 19. Phil Jimenez on this one. You got Ron Boyd. So look at it right here. Just a little bit of spine wear, spine stress on that one. We'll turn it over. Should give you an idea of the age of this book. A little bit right there. Before we move on to Teen Titans number 20. Same team. Kilowatt, Mirage, Battalion making appearances in this one. Alright, so that's the corners. Show the cover, we'll show you the spine. Looking pretty good. Same idea back here. And now you know what we know. We're going to move on here to Spider-Man. Just Spider-Man, originally McFarlane's book. And at this point was still McFarlane on it versus the Wendigo. Not a particularly common or popular character, but McFarlane himself is Canadian, if I'm not mistaken. So that would explain it. Some slight stress right there on the spine. That's about all I see. And then, of course, right up here. Looking good. All right. More right here. You got Sub-City. Some more of that Spider-Man from about 3 issues later, 3 months later. Spidey Black. Back in his black costume right here. McFarlane's work on this one as well. Of a spine stress. show you the corners, and we'll show you the back. All right, looking pretty good. Moving on here to the 25th Spectacular of Spider-Man, so about 2 years. At this point, I believe McFarlane had moved on to his own business. Very nice right there. Yep, spine looks good. Corners look nice. I don't see any issues all around with this one. Slight crease right up there that I don't think I saw go through to the other side. And that's going to do it for that one. Moving on here to Spider-Man and Deadpool. Two of the most popular Marvel Comics characters right now. So why not combine them? So some issues right here in that one. Get the corners right there. Don't see any issues on the spine. All around pretty good looking. Except for that notable ding right up there. Shame. But we're moving on. Spider-Man and Deadpool. And in a book with headlining two of their most popular characters. What do? They put Black Bolt. Bold Joyce. Getting like ding. Spine looking pretty good. Slight stress right there. You can see the corners. Show the corners up here. If you like what you're seeing, by all means, we encourage you to leave us some messages. Slight ding. Share it with a friend who might be looking for some of these comics for their collection. And of course, follow us to get updates on more of the comic books, but as well toys and everything else that we've got coming up. We've got a ton of auctions coming up through the rest of this season. So we want to be able to share that with you and let you know. All right. So Iron Man right here, Bad Blood. Looking pretty good right there. We'll show you this right here. It shows up real nice on the black. It's easier to spot any kind of imperfections as well as any smudges, and I don't see any there, so I think you're in pretty good shape. We're going to move on here to Iron Man Bad Blood number 2. Slight ding in the corner. A little bit of spine wear right there. Some stressing on the spine. Not roll per se, but certainly stressing. And those are the corners. And you can see right there, looking pretty good on the back. Before we move on to Iron Man Bad Blood number 3. This is David Michelin and Bob Layton doing some of the work on this. I'll show you the corners. Good. Let's show you the spine. Slight stressing beginning right there. Looking pretty good. Let's brighten it up. So all around, pretty good deal right there. We're going to move on to another limited edition, a limited series rather, a limited run. That is Iron Man Hyper Velocity. This time you got Adam Warren on this one. A little bit of different storyline for old Shellhead. Now do this. Pretty good right there. You got this corners. A little bit of stress on the spine right here. Back has some slight issues. Nothing too terrible. And it looks pretty good as we move on here to the next one. This is 2. Hypervelocity number 2, starring Tony Stark as Iron Man. You get the corners. There you go. Look nice. Nice. can see a little bit of stress on the spine right there. Turn them over. Same stress plus a little bit of a ding right there. I'm not quite sure what that is, but all around, pretty nice. Moving on to the next one. This is number 3. Hypervelocity number 3 in the limited edition, limited series. So a little bit of dings on the corners and some stress on the spine. Hopefully you can see that there. The back of it. It's pretty good. Same that you'd expect from before. As we move on here from Marvel to some DC books. Arkham Manor. Nice looking piece right here. Let's refocus it. Good. Alright, you got Jerry Dugan and Sean Crystal on this one. Looks pretty good. No issues on the spine, the corners. A little bit of a ding right there, like we've seen on the other books. So, my guess is some sort of improper storage at one point, but otherwise pretty good. Nice Arkham Manor there. Here's another number 1. This is Royals number 1. As you can see right up there. There we go. And that's the back of it. We're going to show you the Avengers. Ultron Forever, number 1. Sometimes our consigners bring us a whole bunch of number 1s, and this is how we do them. We'll lump them up. We'll do them just one at a time in small groups like this. Al Ewing, Alan Davis, Mark Farmer on this one. A little bit of stress on the spine right there. Corners look good. Cover looks good. And just that same slight ding up at the top. Exiles number 1. Mimic. Thunderbird makes a reappearance. Blink. Slight bend in the corner there. Pretty interesting book. Was that Cannonball? Looked like Cannonball I saw on the cover. And we'll move him on over here to Indomitable. It's not the easiest word to say. Iron Man number 1 for the last of this section's number 1s. So there's the corner for you. See it right there, slight bend on that corner. Some stress marks here on the spine. It's a nice thick heavy book. A bit of wear right up here. That usually happens when either something gets set on your uncovered short box or you let the book slide in the thing without using a divider. I recommend that you use a divider if you're going to be keeping things in a short box for exactly that purpose. And we move on here to our last of the number 1s. I think I said the last one was the last one, but it's not. This one is. This is Fool Killer. This is the regular cover. Featuring the return of Fool Killer from the Marvel Now. There you go. How's he doing on the spine there? Looks pretty good on the spine. Some light stress mark right there. And the same right there. Looks like whatever that damage was from earlier might be gone away. It might have just affected those books. Alright, so we're moving on here to some more Amazing Spider-Man from the Michelin Saga from the Michelin era of Spider-Man right here. Al Milgrom also working on this one. So some good stuff right there. A high quality book. Still had the momentum of McFarlane's run on it. It was about 6 years after McFarlane, well, maybe even less, about 6 years after McFarlane had started, right around 300. So still really highly popular book, running right into that 90s era. This is 372. We're going to move here to 373, following some of the Spider Slayers, as well as we find out what happens with there's a subplot involving Spider-Man's parents, long since thought lost or dead or whatever. Good book right here. Just make sure it doesn't have any of that damage the other one did. Nope. I don't see any issues with the spine, corners, anything like that. So all around, a pretty good book right there. Nice high quality book. As we move on to Amazing Spider-Man number 376. Starring a character that I'd like to see more of. I really liked his look, which was Cardiac. You got Sticks and Stones there too. I believe they are now deceased. But as you know, it's comic books. They might be up and alive tomorrow if somebody needs them for a story. A little bit of stress, maybe. Nothing can't be pressed out with some relative ease on that. And then check this out. Pretty nice looking right there. Okay. That'll do it for that one. More Cardiac right here. Not on the cover, but Sticks and Stone also make an appearance. There you go. Those are the corners. Slight stress right here on the spine, but that should be about it. A little bit of wear right there. Yeah, we should be good. Moving on to some Mark Bagley Hulk. Right around the same time, if I'm not mistaken, that that the Hulk was hanging out with the Pantheon. Is that right? Was that the same time frame? This is number 381, Amazing Spider-Man 381. Still that Dave Michelin era. I believe yep, Mark Bagley. There you go. And we're going to finish this one out with 382. Spidey and the Hulk, two of the most popular characters at that time, thanks in no small part to Peter David. Nice looking cover. You get the corners are pretty tight. Maybe just a slight bend in this one. As always, if you see anything that we don't, I don't see any stress marks. But if you do, please let us know. That's why we do these, so you can be as informed as we are. We want you to know everything about these that we do. Moving on here to some Mark Millar, the Ultimate Fantastic Four. So you can see, remembering back when Marvel zombies were all the rage, everybody had to have some kind of zombie in their book. Well, that's kind of what you have here. I don't see any issues with the spine or the corners. Rampage. Fantastic game. Always loved it ever since the beginning when it was a console. Not a console, where you go to play the games. What's that called? Somebody in the comments, let me know. What do you call that in the when you go to the arcade. That's what it is, an arcade game. Loved it since it was an arcade game. Great game, terrible movie. Nice comic book. All right. Moving on to Fantastic Four, number 31, still Mark Millar. On this one, but not for long. This is the Ultimate Fantastic Four. So you can see what's going on right there. Ooh, some damage right here, unfortunately. Up right in the corner. Looks like when you drop it off the new shelf. And a little bit right there. Well, this looks pretty good on the back. And here we moved on. This is Mike Carey and Pascal Ferry on this one. So, post Miller age. Slight ding on that corner, you can see. Spine looking pretty good. A little bit of stress right there. A little bit of stress on the spine. See if I can get that in the light for you. I'm not sure if I can. It's pretty faint. I see up in that corner. But there you go. So now you know what we know about these comics. That's what I love doing these videos for you. Fantastic Four, Ultimate Fantastic Four number 34. Right here, same creative team. The newly updated post Mark Millar team. See right there, I don't see just a little bit of stress. I'll show you the light right there. Looks pretty good. We're going to move on Fantastic, Ultimate Fantastic. I keep calling it regular Fantastic, and I know it's not. Ultimate Fantastic Four number 35. Slight ding in that corner. What do we got over here? Let's move this over so I can see a little bit better. Much better. And you can see that stress on the spine. No spine roll, but certainly some stress. Same on the back. A little bit of A-Rod. What I love about these milk commercials is they obviously had a contract with the Milk Council to put these on the back of Marvel Comics, including this Ultimate Fantastic Four number 36. So it looks like just right there is a little bit of stress. And a pretty good working relationship. A little bit of damage right there. How did they use it? Well, we'll show you in a moment. I'm sure we have a couple of these where they used it to promote Green Lantern. Whether that was on purpose or not, I don't know, but I thought it was beautiful. All right, we're moving on here to Astonishing Spider-Man and Wolverine. Adam Kubert on this one. Does a lot of touring at local conventions for the Kubert School. If you have an opportunity to get out and see him and them, we encourage you to do it. Don't see too much, a little bit of spine wear right here. Doing some great work on this book. Full wraparound. It's a shame. Obviously, they spent extra money by not selling that ad space for what ends up not being all that awesome. It's good artwork. It's just not laid out in a way that makes that really, really work. It takes you a second to even realize that it is part of the other. I like the ones where the whole team is running from the back cover to the front cover. That's just me. All right, more Astonishing Spider-Man right here. This is number 2A, so the regular cover. Kubert, Morales, Aaron. A little bit of slight spine stress. And a ding right there. It's a shame. All right. Finish up here. Some of the last of these. This looks like something out of a Dark Horse comic, the late 80s, early 90s. This is Astonishing Spider-Man and Wolverine number 5. You can see that same damage mark right there. And a little bit of spine wear. Some stressing. Not a complete spine roll, but still some stressing on it. As we finish up Spider-Man and Wolverine number 6 to round out that series. Some spine stress right there. Turn it over. You can see that right there. And that ought to do it for this particular session. We hope you enjoyed what you saw. We hope you enjoyed enough to come on over and join us at our next auction. You can see it is right there, TheBigToyAuction.com. Head on over there. You can see all of these, all of our toy auctions coming up. We got some other stuff, some antiques and some jewelry, etc. But this is what we love to do. We love to be able to bring you these comic books and toys. If you have comic books and toys that you would like to sell with us, please let us know. You can send us an email at admin@TheBigToyAuction.com. You can also message us through this system or through our webpage. We have a page set up where you can let us know exactly what you're looking to sell. As always, we hope you head on over there, look at the catalog, see what you like. There's plenty more of these, and we're going to be showing you the rest in just a moment. Once well, not in a moment, but shortly. Once we reset all of our equipment here and get ready for the next batch, we'll be photographing these through and showing you those just as well. So thanks again, folks, and we look forward to seeing you at the auction.